Hello, everyone. So, this channel, I'm just gonna give you an explanation as to what this video is all about. A few weeks ago, I decided that every single day, at the end of each day, I just have to like take note of what I've learned that specific day, and I'm gonna upload that on the channel. And this channel is always gonna be like about me exploring ideas of things that I've learned from listening to podcasts, from reading, from whatever, from my own thoughts. And these are notes on my discoveries, if you will. So, to begin, I love to say that I was listening to this podcast from the founder, and it's a brilliant guy, with a brilliant passion. Um, he is he like the founder of the founder. Yeah, that sounds a bit too much, but like the podcaster himself. Oh, I don't even know his name. That's a shame, man. Oh my god. But the podcast, the episode was about like focus, the importance of focus and how that can make you a successful person in whatever field you're at. So he was talking about the fact that he doesn't care at all about money. Like, yeah, that's a part of it, but like he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about money. What he cares about is the passion that he has, not the passion. That's a very overused word, and I don't like to use it here. But he loves the craft. He loves the speaking part, or like talking about the famous people that have succeeded. He just loves reading. He said, I just love reading. I read so many books. I read like every single day. And that's amazing. Like when I hear things from these people, like talking about how much they love reading, it just it gives me such a boost and such a motivation that I want to read like right away. And that's amazing. That's like the perk of listening to these podcasts. And so he said that I do these podcasts by reading, right? He talks about like famous people and like history's greatest entrepreneurs, that's what he says. And he tells us about their life and their behaviors, the what sort of like personality they have, what sort of habit they had. And in all of them, in all of their like stories, there's one thing that is uniting them together. Like that is so common in every story, and it's like the pinnacle or the crux of what they're doing, and it's focus. And he talks about like the fact that Steve Jobs was so focused on perfecting the craft that he would care about the aesthetics of the inner parts of the machines or whatever, the equipment, okay? The inner parts of for example, like iPhone, the things that the product was like the most amazing part of this whole thing for him. And he would care about the inner part of it and also the outer part of it. And even though we don't see the inner part of it, he cared about like how it looked and how beautiful it appeared to him. That's like he didn't care. It was not a waste of time for him. Okay, that's the amount of passion that you need to have for your work in order to succeed. Okay, success is not going to come by being like super disciplined or like forcing yourself to do something. It comes from passion, like a very, very like burning passion, a desire to do something that like you're addicted to it in a way, right? And he was also talking about himself and the fact that somebody told him to like do these podcasts, but like ask other people to like read it or like use ChatGPT to get these like insights out of books so that it would be faster, and that was like very strange to him because he was interested in reading and he didn't care if it took like a week to read a book, a dense book. It didn't matter to him because all he cared about was the understanding that he would arrive at, not the understanding that somebody else is going to provide for him. So he doesn't even have any like any assistance in this whole endeavor of his. He just was he's just like doing it for himself. And like that is what you need to do. And he mentioned that this podcast name was First Autotelic. I don't know about the spelling of this because I don't even know this word, but he said it means that doing something for its own sake, and not doing it for money or a result or something that you want to get out of it, you know. And that's exactly what he wanted to do. Like he was talking about the history and the things that happen, like the people that are just super successful and they have achieved a higher level of consciousness. And he was so passionate about this that he didn't care about the money. He didn't care if he had like one subscribers or like one person to listen to him. He did not care. All he cared about was the craft. He loved the craft. He loved the craft. So, and he's successful. Like the podcast is just so freaking popular and everybody's listening to him. So it's like, yeah, it's not about you forcing yourself to do something. It's you can because like it's very hard to succeed. That if you don't like it, you're going to quit. You're going to quit. It's just like impossible for you to get into the most difficult and like most like excruciating part of it without thinking of quitting. If you don't like the job, you're probably going to quit at some point. So like you have to like be married to the job, you know, in a way. So that's what I figured. And he also talked about the fact that like it's the process of success is very slow, so you have to like believe in it and never give up. He also mentioned that he did grind for 4 years and he did not see any result. He did not see any result, which is so amazing to me. You know, I grinded for 1 year on one on a channel on YouTube, and then like that was not successful. So I like not that okay. I didn't like the channel. Okay, I gave up, and then I created this other channel. You know, about my first channel, right? So like, and now I'm trying to grind, and it's a bit hard for me to get into the grind mindset again. So like he grinded for 4 years, man. He grinded for 4 years without seeing a tiny result. Can you do that? I hope you can, because that's the only thing that it takes for you to be successful, for you to achieve a higher level of consciousness or like a higher level in your life, and to trust yourself. Like for you to buy your own trust, it's very imperative that you show yourself, what you're worth, that you show yourself that you can stick to it. You can stick to it. You have to show it to yourself. Like you have to like really go and commit to something for a long while in order to be confident. Like you can't just be confident overnight. You have to show yourself. You have to see it coming from you. You have to see that you can do it. You can grind through that period of like whatever difficulty, whatever you're facing. You're going to be able to do that. So that's it for this podcast. And then I would love to like talk about something else as well. So I'm just gonna erase all of this, and we are going to talk about Okay, I don't even know what this was, but I think it was like a. Oh, I was talking to a person, um, to a 30-year-old guy, okay? And I don't know. I just figured I found him on internet, okay? It's in a group chat in a way. So he like we were talking about like the philosophy of sticking to something or like getting things done or the psychology behind it or how you can like use visualization. This was the highlight of our talk. Use visualization. Oh my god, what am I doing? Visualization. Okay. Visualization. It's very important, okay? It's like the same as manifestation, but manifestation has gotten a very negative rap. Like everybody just looks at it and then laughs at it, but it's not. It's not something you have to laugh at. It's a reality that we have to face. It's a reality we have to like implement in our lives. So visualization is something that he will use to achieve anything that he wants to or to get things done. And let me explain how it works. It's amazing you can like learn something from a stranger on internet. That's the beauty of internet, man. Internet is not bad. We've demonized internet as if like it's ruining our lives, but you can use it in so many beautiful ways. You just have to figure out what's the best usage of it. So he said when he doesn't like getting things done or he's feeling stuck, and he gave us like a very good example. He said when he was like going for a hike, I think, with his cousin. His cousin was like asleep or something, and he wanted to get out of or like get to the other side of the jungle or something. I don't know. The whole situation was so difficult for him, and he wanted to do that, but he just couldn't. He didn't think it was possible. He didn't. He felt. He felt stuck. I don't know. For some reason, he felt stuck. He said, "That's what we feel, right? Sometimes we just feel stuck. We can't get things done. We just feel like there's this barrier that cannot help. We cannot break through." And he said that at that moment, he just closed his eyes, and then he visualized he was behind the bars, because that's exactly what it felt for him. He visualized himself to be behind the bars and to be like stuck in a prison cell, and he knew exactly that was exactly what he felt. And then once he visualized that, once he imagined it, he said, "Oh, so," and then he opened his eyes, you know. Why am I writing these stupid things down? I don't know. He opened his eyes, and then he saw that there was no barrier. He saw the lie that he was telling himself to be behind the bars. That's exactly the lie that his brain was conveying to him. So he knew that it was a lie, and he visualized himself to be going through the jungles and through the routes and taking the obstacles out of his way. He visualized every step. And guess what? It was so easy after he visualized it, because it was as if oh my God, my pencil is not working. Oh my God, there's no battery here. Okay. So he visualized every step, and then it became like something that he already have done. So it's just has done. Oh my God, he already has done. My grammar is waning away. It's dying. Am I losing my head? I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my memory or something. Sometimes I feel like I have juvenile dementia. Is that a thing? Early onset. Oh my God. God forbid if I even say it, because it's scary, man, to lose your memory. That's why I do these things. It's a way to keep myself active, keep my mind, keep my memory active. So like he visualized every step, and it was as if it already happened. That's manifestation, man. That's, thinking that you have already gone through it, and then going through it, and then just like for him, he actually said, and then it was me just doing, going through the image, going through the mental movie, and getting it done. It was, he just thought, he just like said, it's all about like visualization, because that's how you put the lies into this, I don't know, this weird sort of image that your mind is telling you, because your mind is actually telling you something all the time, and mostly it's lies. So you have to like break through that. So that was it for today, and I hope that there was not a waste of time, a waste of your time, because it wasn't a waste of my time, because I figured that when I do these things, I am working on my retention, and I am getting better at memorizing things. And not memorizing, like I don't like memorizing things, but like I get better at retrieving information out of my head, so that every time I want to talk about something, I am ready, because I've practiced retrieval. I've practiced getting things out of my head and putting them together, and then conveying it in a very articulate manner, so that the other person gets what I'm talking about, so that I can provide like examples, I can provide like multiple stories alongside of it. I can become a great teacher, for that person. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. And I hope that this helps you, and I hope that you do it yourself as well. I'm just here to encourage you to get your life together, because I don't have my life together, and I'm doing this because it's a great step into the right direction, and I encourage you to do the same. So we're all in this together. Thank you for watching.